If you were a bear, you were happy at 2:30 p.m. If you were a bear, you would be very unhappy at 3:30 p.m. because what the markets did in the last 1 hour of trade today was exceptional. Look at this number, 0.92. It belies what happened because the intraday chart of the Nifty will show you how beautifully the markets came up in the last 45 minutes of trade, not even the last 1 hour, just the 45 minutes of trade, which staged a remarkable pullback and closed in at the highest point of the day. Beautiful from a bull's perspective, terrible from a bear's perspective. And almost everything participated. So even the losers like Maruti, for example, were up and cut down on their losses as the day rolled by. As you can see on your screen, just from those lows, I think the stocks, almost everything, like a bout of short covering that we saw in the indices at large, and everything participated. But it's all about Maruti. The mid caps and small caps, very quickly before we get the heat map up on the screen, because like we said, everything participated. The mid caps too, almost a similar chart for the mid cap index, up about 1%. The small cap index usually doesn't participate with as much gusto in a swift up move, but it's now 3 or 4 straight days of gains for the broader end of the spectrum. Get the heat map very quickly. A lot of green, very little red. The one that sulked was Maruti, as we spoke about. A few losses to likes of SBI and some others, but the gainers were strong. M&M, after results, closed in virtually at the high point of the day and the top gainer, but it was not the only one. Tech did really well because of what's happening across the globe on tech. So the likes of Tech Mahindra, LTI, Infosys had a pretty good run. There were some winners like HDFC Bank, which contributed quite strongly, about 1.5% as well. And by the way, the gains were percolated to the broader end of the spectrum too, as we said. So let's just get the BSE 500 on the list, and it kind of encompasses almost everything that did well today. HAL up 11%, Oberoi Realty 9%, gains in Honeywell Auto, though it ended off the highs of the day. Blue Star had 7% gains. A lot of MNC stocks, by the way. Schaeffler up about 7%. What didn't do well? Some of the banking names. Bandhan, Canara Bank down in trade. There was weakness in ITI today. CSB Bank about 2.5%. But yeah, there were some true blue winners in terms of results like HAL, for example, which did really well. It coincided very beautifully with the voter turnout declaration that the voter turnout was not as bad. So you could attribute part of the reason to that as well, maybe. But splendid day of short covering and late hour surge. Let's see if this continues in the session tomorrow.